Hey everybody, EJ, Big Ed Benko, bigeds.com, that's BIGEDZ.com, coming to you once again from beautiful Denver, Colorado. Well, not so beautiful today. It looks like it's going to rain and storm tonight, but that's good. We can use it. Today, real quick video. Well, none of my videos are quick. I'm lying. I have a tendency to ramble and digress and go all over the place. So if anybody knows me and watches my channel, my videos, knows that I do that. Today, I just want to talk about the realities of online marketing. Okay? Reality number one, and the biggest one, is there are no free lunches out here, okay? There's no overnight riches. It happens, but rarely. Whatever you get involved in, okay, if you're a new marketer, semi-experienced, even experienced marketers, you have to use your common sense, okay? Building a business, building an income, building a sustaining income or residual income is going to take work. It's going to take commitment. It's going to take an investment of your time and your resources and some finances. Okay, so that's a simple reality. Okay, so be prepared for that. If you're going to get involved in a business, sorry, I got a pop up here. Can you get rid of that? If you're going to get involved in a business, get involved in something that you've done your homework on. Don't fall for the sales hype. Okay, because the sales hype, it's exactly what it is. It's a sales pitch to lure you in, get you all excited, blah 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 blah. But, be careful. Do your due diligence. Do your homework before you join anything. Case in point, I've had somebody promoting a new marketing platform. Okay, something that's comparable to like, Online Sales Pro, Power Lead System, whatever. And it's got a lot of tools. It's a great system. It's very powerful and it's very reasonably priced. But there's a hook. When you get inside, the hook is if you want to resell this and make commissions as an affiliate, you got to pay them another $100 to get that right, which to me is just insane. It's like, wait a minute, you want me to pay you $100 to sell your product, and so you can take commissions from my commissions, and tell me where that makes sense? It just doesn't. To be blatant and blunt, I don't like being pimped. I don't know anybody who does. So don't let that happen to you. Use your common sense. All right, but understand that. Again, there are no free lunches out here. Everything's going to cost you eventually and ultimately. If you're buying traffic, there are a lot of good traffic sources out there, and traffic, no matter what you've got, traffic is the lifeblood of whatever business you're in, whatever you're promoting, whatever product you're selling. Traffic is your lifeblood. Without traffic, you have nothing. Okay, without people seeing your offer, your opportunity, your business, your product, etc., you will make no sales. No sales equal no money. You'll just keep throwing money at it and spinning your wheels. Okay? So be careful. Again, do your homework on this. I've been a Fiverr seller for a long, long time. I've got a good reputation as a traffic broker. I provide high quality traffic for, not so much money. Why? Because I understand that people online, there are a lot of people online that are just starting out, that, as I did many years ago, who can't afford high dollar things. They're trying to get themselves off the ground on a shoestring. They may be working a job, they've got a family to support, they've got bills to pay, and they've got just a little bit of money to work with. So that's why I make my services affordable. And I've gained a very good reputation for doing that. On Fiverr, I sell traffic packages, but again, I gotta laugh. I have people coming to me, on Fiverr say, well, I want geo-targeted, I want niche-specific traffic, but I want it for $5. I'm like, really? No, I don't mean to be snarky or sarcastic about this, but, there's nowhere you're going to get geo-targeted, niche-specific traffic for $5. Okay? Because it costs money to generate that type of traffic, and at $5, it's just not cost-effective. What I do is I'll, send out to my lists. I will put them in my rotators, my ad rotators, which are seen all over the internet. You're getting quality traffic, real visitors, bang for the buck. Okay, but again, I respect the fact that people want to save money and they want to try to do things, reasonably. But again, common sense, folks. You're not going to get anything out here for nothing. It's just not going to happen. So that's something you really have to embrace. You have to understand that when you get online or even offline, if you want to build a business, be prepared. be prepared to, invest yourself and be committed, and understand that there's going to be expenses involved. Okay, so that's something you should, plan ahead for. If you've only got $50 a month to spend for traffic, fine. That's what you have to spend. Okay, let's spend it wisely. Spend it very wisely. Track your results. Make sure the ROI, the return on investment, is there. Stay away from the shiny objects. Stay away from things that sound too good to be true. Stay away from things like the rev shares and the matrix programs and the pyramid schemes and cash gifting and things like that. Complete scams. Okay. Yeah, you may make money for a week or two or maybe a month or so, but ultimately those things are going to collapse upon themselves. I've seen it happen time and time and time again. Too many times. I've seen so many people lose thousands and thousands of dollars overnight without any advance warning. Just boom, one day there, one day gone. Or the admin just decides to get greedy and steal all the money and make up some lie that the system's been hacked and, some mysterious person overseas stole all the money. Nonsense, absolute nonsense. So stay away from stuff like that. If you're involved in something like that right now, you're involved in a business online, and you see other members they're starting to grumble, or weird things are starting to happen, like payments aren't being made on time, or the admins are switching gears, without too much advance warning, or new payment plans are being put into place, new parameters are being put into place. Run. Okay, the handwriting's on the wall. They're running out of money. They're trying to save the ship. Get out while you can. Okay, do not just hold on and switch seats on the Titanic, hoping for a miracle, because ultimately that ship's going down. If you're still on deck, you're going down with it. It's a no-brainer. Okay. So I just want to kind of point out a few realities of what to expect out there, and how to, make yourself successful, and how to build your business and do it wisely, Put some thought behind it. Put thought in every single day. Have a plan every single day. I wake up every morning. I've got a to-do list. Okay, I follow it religiously, and I achieve results. I achieve results because I'm planning ahead. I know what my goals are. I know what realistically I can expect. There are good days where my realistic expectations are exceeded, and there are not so good days where I fall below those expectations. It happens. It's just a law of averages. It's going to happen. So be prepared for that too. But don't let it discourage you. Okay? Never let it discourage you. Never give up on your dream. Because if you do, you're going to find yourself in some dead-end job working for somebody else who, by the way, is now gauging your self-worth on what they pay you. Okay? They are determining what you are worth as a human being by the amount they pay you per hour or salary, whatever the case might be. Okay? And that in turn is going to dictate the lifestyle you live, the home you live in, the clothes you wear, the food you eat, the vacations you take, the car you drive, the social circles you travel in. That's going to dictate your life. So you're not just trading time for dollars. You're basically trading your life for dollars. Okay? Which some people have to do, and some people are very happy to do. I'm not one of those people. Okay? I'm really not one of those people. I don't live an extravagant lifestyle. I did once upon a time when I was a much younger man. I had a 7,000 square foot home, and the Mercedes and the BMW and $2,000 Armani suits, and the Rolexes, and I like nice things. But there came a point in my life where I realized that these are all just things. They're all just outward things. And somebody pointed out to me one time that, and it was a really hard wake-up call for me. He said, Ed, your things, your outward appearance arrives in the room about 10 minutes before you do. And I had to think about that. And really what I had done is I kind of built up this exterior wall around me of, expensive this, expensive that, just trying to make that impression that it created a barrier, because people were intimidated. Some people used to say they were afraid to talk to me because I seemed unapproachable, just because of this outward exterior. And I realized that I didn't really need that outward exterior. I didn't need all that flash I didn't need that barrier to be who I was. And I didn't like the barrier. I didn't like the fact that people were intimidated by me, by my success, or by my material, things. So I really downsized on a lot of things. I got rid of the house, got rid of the cars, got rid of all that. I still live well. I don't starve by any stretch of the imagination. I still want to drive a nice vehicle. I still wear nice clothes. I live in a nice place. But, it's not over the top. It doesn't have to be over the top. Some of the wealthiest people I know are just average folks, living in the burbs, in modest houses and driving modest cars and living modest lifestyles. But they've got this tremendous amount of reserve behind them. Astonishing. I remember a real estate investor I dealt with many, many years ago. Great old guy. I went to his house one day to see when he get involved in a project. I went to his house one day, and the guy's driving an old Toyota, lives in a nice house in the burbs, comes outside, he's got a white t-shirt on, and it's like beat up painter pants, and hands me a cashier's check for $500,000. Like it was nothing. Those kind of people impress me. The guys riding around in Lamborghinis, with all the flash and the bling, that are flashing, $100 bills and stuff like that. That doesn't impress me. That doesn't impress me. To me, that's kind of a juvenile mindset. It doesn't show me wisdom. It doesn't show me experience. And maybe they're not old enough to have it. It's nice to have that kind of success. But, do I want a Lamborghini? Yeah, I'd like to have one. Do I need a Lamborghini? Nah, absolutely not. I mean, I've driven Porsches, BMWs, Mercedes-Benzes. I've had a lot of nice cars, very expensive cars. But, at the end of the day, it's just a car. It's just a car. And it's funny because the guys who drive the Lamborghinis, I'm getting off point again, but the guys who drive Lamborghinis don't tell you how much it's going to cost you to maintain that Lamborghini per year. To maintain that Lamborghini per year probably costs more than the house you're living in right now. That's an annual thing. You're talking, a couple $100,000, just in maintenance, and tires and brakes and, oil changes, things like that, because you're driving a very high-performance car. Now, if you've got that kind of wealth, and I say wealth, I don't say money, I say wealth. Okay, distinct difference between the two. Okay, money is money. Money comes and goes. Wealth is building for the future. Wealth is investments. Wealth is, reserves that you can tap into at any given point in time. If everything hit the fan in one day, you've built wealth, ongoing wealth. Okay, reserves you can draw from. Reserves that your future generations, your children can draw from. That is wealth, okay? Money, money comes and goes. I mean, how many stories do you hear of lottery winners going broke overnight, or, professional athletes going broke? Because these people don't know how to handle the money. Okay, to them it's just, wow, live for today, look at all this, yada, yada, yada. I mean, case in point, Mike Tyson used to take a limousine wherever he went. Why? What's the point? That man burned through $700 million. Can you believe that? Insanity. Insanity. How do you do that? By being foolish and not investing your money wisely. There's a marketer online who I have the greatest respect for, who started out with basically $500, who is now worth a tremendous amount of money. This man's out there building wealth. He's investing his money. Okay? He's putting it in assets and opportunities and other tangible things that retain their value and will continue to retain and gain value in the future. Okay, so it's not just all liquid. I respect that. Okay, and that's the ultimate goal, right? It's not about being rich and, well, maybe some people it is. To me, it's all about security. It's all about the ability to wake up one morning and say, you know what, I feel like going to London today. Get on a plane and go, right? That's what it's about. It's about having those reserves. It's about having that padding behind me to live the kind of lifestyle I want to live and not be a slave to a time clock. Okay, that's what we're ultimately after. Sorry, I'm rambling again, but if you spend your money foolishly or reactionary, is that a word? Reactionarily? I don't think it is, but kind of like impulse buying at the supermarket, where they put all the goodies up on the cash register. Those are impulse buys. If that's the kind of thing you're doing online, with your online business. You're acting